what should we have for C? C is really a question that is based on your belief. And each one of you brings a different perspective on what C is. How do you think is the question? How do you think that Americans would react? But you think has to be based on your experience. What you have seen Americans do in the past.
Right.
Okay? Now, riots might be a way. I think that Valentina's, you can't do that, is probably not realistic. Do you think it's realistic?
No.
They would think that. You're absolutely right, they would think that. But would they kind of like stay at home and say, okay, let's change the channel and see what they're doing in Jeopardy?
Nope, she
No,
don't. No, I'm right.
No, they would go out and they would protest.
What's it called when they fight against the
They would, a civil
Civil
war.
war
A
would break
civil
out.
war.
I was gonna put them in.
I don't know if a civil war would break out. You never know. You're absolutely right. Let's go to question number 2. Let's go to question number 2. Yes. I can't. Let's go to question number 2. Write a brief definition for the term separation of church and state. Yes.
U.S. does not have a specific religion, and the government cannot be mixed with any religion.
Okay, the United States does not have a specific religion. Anybody else have a different answer or would like to add to that answer? Yes. Ms. Valmont.
The division between religion and government.
Okay, it is a division between religion and government, but we're looking for a definition. Yes. Okay, yes.
It means that like anyone in the state doesn't have to follow a specific religion, they can have their own beliefs.
Okay, that is a good definition, but is that what it really means today? Yes.
The government can't enforce a religion.
The government can't enforce a religion.
Can.
Cannot. But is that what it means today? By the way, the government, in my mind's eye, the government not enforcing a religion is now the president says we're going to be a Jewish nation, and we're going to, we're going to have temples and so on. That would be kind of the imposition of the government having a nationalized religion, and it sounds far-fetched, doesn't it? That the government all of a sudden says, we're going to have this religion and everybody's going to pray to that religion. Probably wouldn't happen today in the United States. But it happened a lot during the time that they're creating the Constitution in Europe. Spain had a nationalized religion. What was the nationalized religion of Spain? They were Catholics. How about England?
Jewish.
They weren't Jewish. They were Christian, but England separated from the Catholic religion and created its own religion. Remember Henry VIII wanted to get divorced, had many wives. The Pope says you can't get divorced. He says, can't get divorced in your church, I'm leaving, and he left. And he created his own church, the Church of England. And so, but it was the official church of the country. The United States isn't going to do that. But today, the separation of church and state means more, Ryan, than just a separation of, or a government establishing a religion. What does it mean today in the 21st century? Yes? You're the only Ryan in the class. I can, but somehow I don't think that that's going to matter. Ceci.
Oh, Sensi's here?
She is.
I thought you only go on.
All right? Valentina.
Kind of like the church's affairs and like the state's affairs and like the government affairs are like separate.
They are separate. They are separate. And here I might be looking for an answer that you don't have the experience to have yet. And the answer is that today, the separation of church and state is a lot more than the government is not going to have a religion. Today, the separation of church and state runs to state function. In other words, if the church is not allowed, for example, to say, let's have a Christian prayer in school. We're going to stop and have a prayer. Can't. Why? Because it appears, and it doesn't matter whether the prayer is a general prayer to an unnamed God. You know, Jews pray to God, right?
Yes.
And Muslims pray to God, right? Christians pray to God. And Hindu and all of these people pray to God. So let's say that we were in public school and this public school teacher said in the front of the class, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pray to God. And in your mind's eye, I want you to picture your God. And we're going to ask your God for blessing and security of our school and our students. Could a public school teacher do that?
No.
But why?
What
Because
right did it
that
do?
public school teacher is not promoting one religion. It's leaving it open to all religions. So why couldn't they do that, Alexander?
I don't know, but I'm just gonna say, because they are run under the government.
Well, they're run under the government, but what I'm trying to find out is how is that a violation of the separation of church and state? Yes.
Because there's some people that don't believe in they don't have any religion at all.
Okay, that's a very good point. You're Ryanized today. Because Ryan, I think, has lost a little bit today. He's probably sleepy. And the wisdom of Ryan has descended upon you. Go ahead. Oh, Ryan, I know. Yes.
Because if the government, if it's a separation of church and government, then if the schools run by the government, then it wouldn't be separated.
Well, but it's a separation of church and state. If the state is not promoting a specific religion, like we're going to pray to all gods, whatever your God is, you're going to pray to that God.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting a specific religion, so why is it that it's still wrong? And I'll give you the answer to that.
Is it because you violate the freedom of religion?
Well, it is. That's the one we're examining. The separation of church and state. Today, that amendment means this. It means that you are guaranteed a freedom from religion. You're guaranteed a freedom from religion. In other words, the state not only cannot promote today a specific religion, because my prayer would be exempt if that was what it meant. Okay? If, for example, I said, let's pray to Christ, that would have been a promotion of one religion, but if I say just pray to God, that would not be promoting any specific religion. That's not what it means. It means that the state cannot promote any sort of religious belief. You are guaranteed under the First Amendment freedom from religion, and that includes people who want to be atheists. The word atheist is an individual that does not believe in any God. They like to be called not atheists, they like to be called humanists, because they believe in humanity rather than in God. And it also is a freedom that is given to agnostics. And agnostics are individuals that believe in the existence of God. They just don't believe in any specific religious God. They just believe that there is a being out there. They can't figure out who it is or where it comes from. So they're agnostic. They're not committed yet. They're uncommitted. Okay? Atheists are individuals who don't believe in God, and obviously everybody else believes in God and believes in a specific God. Okay, I'm going to come to you and then to you. Yes.
Isn't there a religion for science?
Yeah, that was the same.
Okay. Just a second. What?
Can we make an objection?
Not right now. Not right now. Okay. Scientology is, wow, that's really a question for Alex. It's not a belief in science, and I don't know all of the tenets of Scientology. Some people, and I believe that the official position of the Catholic Church is that they are not a religion, it's a sect. What's the definition between religion and sect? Alex would probably be able to tell you, but it's not a specific religion.
Alex, Mr. Navarro.
Yeah.
Mr. Lovato. I'm sorry. I should have.
I was like,
Yeah, no. Mr. Lovato. Hey, Chum, could you turn it off for a second?
Isn't that like the belief that the world was created